Hello, I'm Stone, and I'm going to show you some intermediate editing techniques. I'll show you some helpful shortcuts and how to adjust the behaviors of the creatures in your world. We'll start by loading a new empty planet. Now let's add some creatures. Click on the cast palette to bring up the Sporepedia. If you want to select a range of creatures, click on one, then hold down Shift and click on another to select everything in between. You can also hold down the Control key and select individual creatures one by one. Click the OK button, and the creatures appear in the palette window. You can drag and drop creatures from the palette and place them on the planet. If you want multiple instances of the same creature, you can either drag them from the palette, or you can hold down the Alt key and drag. Press Alt repeatedly while dragging to make an instant army of creatures. You can press Ctrl Z to undo, and you can also select an individual creature and hit the Delete key to remove it from the world. If you want to see more of your planet, click the yellow tab to hide the palettes. You can also hide the entire UI by pressing Ctrl H, and press Ctrl H to toggle it back on again. To move around the world, you can right-click and drag, or you can use the arrow keys, but I like to double right-click on objects to select them and center the camera on them. This selects the object and quickly centers the camera on it. This shortcut works on vehicles, buildings, and terrain objects too. Another way to find objects is to right-click on the icon in the cast palette. This works no matter where you are in the world, even if you can't see the creature. If there are multiple copies of the creature in the world, you can right-click to cycle through them all. You can also right-click on the captain window to jump to the player's creature. Each type of creature has a default behavior based on its parts. Creatures with weapon parts will be aggressive. Creatures with social parts will be peaceful. But you can override the defaults by clicking the blue behavior button, or by double left-clicking on the creature. The behavior palette has a lot of options. I'll start at the top and work my way down to the bottom. At the very top is the creature's name as it appears in the Sporepedia. If you don't like the default name, then click here and rename it. The next set of buttons controls the creature's personality. Peaceful creatures won't fight and will run away when attacked. Neutral creatures will only attack you if you attack them first. Mindless creatures will ignore you and all other creatures. Territorial creatures will warn you before they attack. And aggressive creatures will attack you on sight. I'll set this creature to territorial. Hit the test mode button and watch what he does. Notice how he growls at me when I'm near, but when I step away, he ignores me. If I stay too close, they'll attack me. Now I'll switch him to aggressive. Now I don't get a warning. They'll attack on sight. I can tune the sight radius of a creature by pulling this slider. This direction makes them blind, they won't be able to see anything, or I can pull it all the way to make them have extra good eyesight. This next slider controls the speed from slow to fast. The damage bonus slider determines how hard he'll hit. I can make him weak or give him super strength. And this last slider sets his health. I can make him invulnerable, or I can take away all of his hit points. The speech button is used to type in text. You have two options, chatter and inspect. Chatter text appears at random times. You can set the balloon to be one of 4 different styles: speech, caption, thought, and radio, which is good for machines and vehicles. You can also set the creature's mood from neutral to happy, mad, sad, or afraid. Inspect text only appears when you click on the creature. It always appears in order from top to bottom. When a creature has inspect text, when you point at it, you'll notice the cursor changes to a balloon. Click to read the inspect text, one bubble at a time. In this window, you can drag out multiple copies of your creature. As you drag out creatures, the number in the lower corner will show you how many are in your world. Along the bottom of the behavior panel, you can set the creature's team. By default, creatures come in with no team, but you can set them to be on the player's team or any one of 3 different enemy teams. You can also set a creature to pick up and give objects. Let me put an object in the world. I'll select this flag. Place the flag down. Double-click. Select the target option, and then drag this marker onto the flag. When I hit play, you'll notice he moves over, picks up the flag, and carries it around with him. You can also tell him to give objects. Select the target option for give, then drag the marker onto the target that you want him to give the object to. You'll need to set his awareness radius to make sure that his target's in view. He'll walk over, pick up the object, look around for a little bit. Then when he finds his recipient, he'll walk over and give her the object. This button controls the movement of a character. By default, everything comes in with a wander behavior. That's controlled by this blue arrow. The bigger the circle, the bigger the zone that they'll walk around in. You can also set movement to stationary, and they won't move at all. Another option is the patrol option, which brings in this extra handle. You can drag it around, and the creature will walk back and forth between the handle and the original starting point. If you hold down Alt, you can drag extra waypoints out into the world. Press Delete to delete waypoints. And if you drag back to the starting location, the creature will walk around in a loop. The final option is a respawn option. Use this if you want the creature to reappear if it ever dies. Just click on it, and then you can set a timer to show how long to wait until the next copy of the creature appears if the first one leaves the game. That concludes this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned a few new tricks to use in your next adventure.